So we decided to buy a family camper. We have a big trip coming up and we thought it would be a great way to travel across the country. We went to Bath, New York, a dealership called Wilkin's. It was really fun to look at all the brand new models that they had in their showroom. But after we did that, we went out back to look at some of the used models that they had. The salesman told us that this was their best year in history since being open, and they'd been open for like 70 years. Everybody is buying campers apparently right now, so it was a good time for us to come and look. Unfortunately, most people are buying brand new campers or used campers for the very first time instead of trading in, so they didn't have a ton of used inventory. This camper is the Springdale Mini by Keystone. It's 21 feet long, and it has the bunkhouse in the back, which we thought was really cool. There was a separate sleeping area for two of our kids, and they kind of had their own space. It was pretty cool. We looked at several campers that were in our weight range for what we wanted to pull, and most of them did not have a sink in the bathroom. So this one was so cool because not only did it have a tub and a shower, but it had a sink and a cupboard, so we loved that. We thought that this one had a lot of counter space, as well as being able to have the table fold down into a bed for Ray. This model didn't have the biggest fridge that we looked at, but it was pretty good. We also liked that this camper had the air conditioner in the side wall instead of on the ceiling. Just kind of makes it better if for some reason it would leak down the side instead of straight through your roof. And it also makes your roof a little less tall. Our towing vehicle is a sport utility vehicle. It's just one of the smaller Dodge Durangos. And so we really only can pull something that's about 5,000 pounds. So these other ones were really nice, but they were just too heavy for us. The next travel trailer that we looked at is a Wolf Pup by Forest River. And this one was 19 feet long, so it was just a little bit shorter. It had the same layout with the bunkhouse in the back. This one had a lot of changes after the people purchased it, some aftermarket changes. They actually took out the dinette as well as the standard fridge that comes, and so this fridge was a whole lot tinier. It was like one from a hotel, not going to work for us. They added this little pull-out to add some more counter space. And they put this couch in, which was kind of a cool couch that had a table that would come up. So it left you more space. We just felt like this one was a little more loved than we were really wanting. The price was actually really nice on this one. They were asking around $8,000. But again, this one did not have a sink in the bathroom, and that was something that I thought was really, really necessary for our family. This camper was Innsbruck by Gulfstream. It had pretty cool steps that came in and out. The thing we didn't like about it is if you got mud on those stairs and then you put them inside your camper, it just didn't make any sense. This little camper was light enough for us to pull, and it's about 20 feet long. It has basically the same layout as the others. The table folds down easily into a bed, which is really nice for extra sleeping. We actually loved this drawer here. Instead of having to lift up the cushion to get to this storage space, you could just pull the drawer out. We didn't think the counter space was quite as great as the other one that we had looked at. Still pretty nice. The fridge, however, was much nicer. It is much bigger than the two others that we looked at, and it even has its own separate freezer, which was really nice. Again, in the bathroom, there was no sink, and it was very, very tiny and tight in there. We love how underneath all of the master beds, there is this great storage space. So helpful when you are traveling, especially when you have 3 little kids in tow.
So, we did see a Clipper. You said you didn't see that? You didn't have that one?
Yeah, I was wondering if that was one of them.
We really loved the idea of these hybrid campers that, when all folded down, are a nice hard shell camper. But then when you get to your destination, you can pop out these beds, which gives you so much space. Unfortunately, Ben's biggest concern was dealing with mildew or moisture, any kind of weather that might occur. And as we were looking at this one that was a couple of years old, we could see on the outside tarps of the bed, they did look like they had a little bit of mildew. We did love the layout. We loved how spacious this is, the fact that it has 3 queen beds. This was a really cool camper. It was sold. We just wanted to look through it just to see size. It even had tons and tons of cabinet space. But overall, Ben just did not like the idea of having to deal with the weather and the moisture on the canvases. Also looked at a brand new wolf pup. There were actually 3 of these on the lot the day that we looked, and we were there in the morning. They had a lot of cool features if we were going to buy brand new. They had an outdoor fridge as well as the inside fridge. They had a little rack on the back for your luggage, which was really cool. They even had a built-in leash latch where you could hook your dog to be outside. We thought that was pretty cool for Bella. When we went inside, it again was the same layout. It had the bunkhouse inside and a big bed for the parents to sleep in, the table that went down and turned into a bed. We didn't think it had a lot of counter space, but we did like that you could put this little cover over your sink and it extended your counter space. We also liked that the stovetop closed the way that it did, so it ended up giving it more space that way. The fridge and the freezer were really nice space. We also didn't really like the open concept with the bunks. We wanted to be able to give Emery and Kinley a little bit more privacy. Again, no separate sink in the bathroom. There was a tiny little sink in the shower that you could use, but that seemed weird to brush your teeth in. The table was also much smaller than in the other models that we looked at, with the benches being skinnier too, so it was going to be very difficult to fit 5 people around that table. Had another pretty cool feature that from the outside you could access the space beneath the bunk beds. If you wanted to put up one of the bunks, you got so much more space back there. This is Ben as we are sitting here talking over the deal with the one that we chose to purchase. How beautiful are those trees outside that we got to look at? So we finally decided which camper we wanted to buy, and they put all of the towing equipment, the brakes, and the sway bar on, and Ben brought it home. It was so exciting to watch him back it up the driveway so that we could look at it and see our new camper and think about our fun trip we were going to go on.
I'm gonna pitch it.
Up here?
No, the bottom.
we go. This is the one that we bought. That's the mom and dad bed area. All the cushions fell down on the drive. And the screen fell out of the window. Haha. The door's open. Had a little bit of a rough ride on the way home. Here's the bunk area. So fun. And the bathroom, which we really liked this unit because it has a sink instead of just a tub, so that's happy. Pretty cool.